Welcome to the Killjoy After Party.
Think the fun is over once you quit drinking?
Think again.
We have a booze-free beverage shop in Nashville, and we hear stories from our customers all the time about how much better life is after booze.
And we're excited to share these stories with you.
And since this is Nashville, you bet your ass
We're making it musical.
Yeah, it tastes like sunshine, like a real good time, lifting my mood and it brightens my day. Gonna rise and go, no alcohol, get my sparkle roll. Hey, gonna rise and go, no alcohol.
Are we ready now?
I think so.
Refreshed, refilled, replenished.
Hi, SB. Welcome. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
So exciting to have you here. This is a big day for us and a big day for you. It's your 1 year sober anniversary.
Woo!
Yay!
Let's go!
Cue the streamers and the
Yes.
confetti,
Confetti.
t-shirt gun.
When did we make you a t-shirt? Fuck yeah is your t-shirt. Tell us about the timeline of that. What's been the kind of roller coaster?
Yeah, I mean, I think if I had to be super honest, I don't know if there's necessarily the hardest, but the 7 years leading up to this last year were not easy. So,
Yeah.
And when I finally decided, hey, I don't think alcohol and me are really good friends anymore, making that decision was really hard to get to the decision, which would have been a year and a day ago, essentially. But once I kind of decided, it hasn't been super hard. I haven't really looked back because with each passing month of continuing to be sober, things got easier and things got better and life got bigger, which was a real surprise. So yeah, so I feel pretty grounded in it now. I can't really imagine going back to the way it was, but every day is, a little bit of a choice to hey, I'm going to keep doing this thing today. So
Yeah. Well, I'm happy that you made that decision because that's how we got to meet SB.
Yeah.
She came, I think you came to one of our wine tasting events or something like that. And then she started working in the shop for a while and has moved on. But we absolutely loved having you there and are excited just to share your story with folks. So was there something that helped you make that decision?
I remember coming to that event at the shop and I rolled up with a squad.
She
You
did.
Yes.
And we had such a good time.
It was so fun.
Yeah, it was so fun. So both my parents are actually, they don't drink. They met in recovery. And so I kind of grew up around the recovery community, but it was never really anything I thought much about. I actually started drinking later in life. I didn't really start drinking until I was 24, 25. And I don't know, it's kind of one of those insidious things where all of a sudden you realize, oh, I drink every weekend, and oh, you know what, I could drink on a Tuesday. And so it just became sort of a thing that I did, like a lot of people, and it was fine for a long time. But about 7-ish years ago, I feel like I started to just drink more readily and without really thinking about why I was doing it. It just became oh, work is over, I'm going to have a drink. Oh, it's someone's birthday party, I'm going to have a drink. Oh, it's vacation, I should drink. And it just became sort of a thing I always did. And I didn't really notice any negative effects of that for a while until, drinking became not fun anymore. I would still do it kind of habitually, but it definitely brought out a side of me that was more angry and more just emotionally reactive. And so I've got a handful of times where, I didn't act the way that I want to act towards people that I loved. And so the kind of straw that broke the camel's back was just a time when I got really, really emotional with an ex-girlfriend of mine. And we had a huge fight and I said things I don't remember saying. And the next day I woke up and I was like, fuck this, I'm done with this. And that's kind of what led me to deciding to stop. I did think to myself, I'm just going to do it till Christmas. If I can get through the holidays, I'm good. Then we can reassess. And once I got through that 3 months through the holidays, which is arguably a pretty hard time to say no to alcohol at that point, it's the proof was in the pudding. Life was so much better that I was yeah, this is just the thing I'm going to do. And I kind of set another goal of let's get to 6 months. And then at 6 months, I was let's get to a year. And so at this point, I don't really have another goal, but it's kind of I'm just going to keep doing this because it's awesome.
That's interesting. We've talked to some other folks who have said that breaking it down like that has made it a lot less overwhelming to just get started to say, okay, this is, I'm doing it for 30 days or I'm doing it till Christmas or something like that.
It's overwhelming to think I'm going to do this for my whole life. So for me, like with anything, any little goal I have, I try to break it into manageable kind of bite-sized like project plan along the way. And so it just, for my brain, that felt a lot easier.
You have such a good project planning mind.
Can't turn it off sometimes.
Break it down for us. How do we do this?
Yeah.
I know that we're working on a DJ duo group.
Yeah, obviously.
We got that in the works. But what else are you doing that's kind of fun that you're excited about? What you got coming up? You've been taking some good trips? Yeah.
Yes. And I feel like I'm always excited about whatever I'm doing, so that's good. I'm perpetually kind of in a state of excitement. But currently, I did a lot this last year. Like y'all know, y'all saw me run the marathon. So trained for a marathon and ran it. I'm happy to say that's cool. I did it. Not for me. Not doing that again. So
y'all, she crushed the marathon. Like didn't just run a marathon, destroyed the marathon doesn't exist anymore because you killed it. So
didn't feel like that while I was doing
you're
it.
Good.
But I've been like super into riding my bike. The weather's starting to get really nice here, so fall is such a good time for bike riding. I actually have a podcast, so it's interesting to be on this side of the podcast. Right. But my friend and I do a podcast for fun, and so it's called What the Fuck Am I Doing?
Love it.
We are about to do season 3, so we actually are recording tomorrow our like kind of teaser pilot for season 3. So that keeps us busy. Just started a book club. Like it's my little book club with some of my girlfriends. So hosting the first one, been reading a lot.
Can I come to your book club?
Yeah, you can.
You doing any new D&D campaigns? Where's that stand?
My D&D campaign, I'm the dungeon master of it. It's stalled out a little bit. It's so hard to schedule with 5 other adults. So, hopefully when the weather takes the turn and we all go more inside, we'll get a little more D&D in our blood. But it's kind of it's on the back burner, sadly.
Did you have this much energy when you drank?
No. I wanted to.
I can't imagine you not like this. Yeah, that's amazing.
No, definitely not. I mean, I still had all these wild ideas and like still had an appetite to say yes to things, but then realistically I'd wake up and be a little sleepy and be like, yeah, not that today. So no, definitely not.
So if someone's listening to this that's considering quitting drinking, what advice would you give to them?
For me, I think the thing that's helped me the most is like creating my own little sort of sober toolkit. And for me, that's like a handful of things that really kind of help me day to day. Obviously, creating a community around you. One of the big reasons I wanted to work at Killjoy was I was really new in my sober journey. And I came to that event and was like, these are cool people that are obviously doing what I'm doing, like I should get to know them. So finding and creating your little community so that you can do cool shit sober together and talk about what it's like to be sober. I like swear by waking up in the morning. Now I get up at like kind of an earlier hour than I ever did, having my coffee in bed, writing in my journal every morning. I read like a meditation book and has a prompt every day. I try to meditate for a couple minutes and then taking this walk. So my own version of like my mindfulness practice. And I don't nail that every day, but like, let's say 5 days of the week, I'm pretty committed to that. And it has helped me immensely to just start my day grounded and ready for it.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm big on the morning ritual for sure.
Yep.
Like at one point, it was like a 3-hour process. I had to trim it down because I was doing everything. Yoga, meditating, reading, journaling. Like, so now I do like a scaled down.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could do 3 hours every morning. That sounds like my kind of day, but realistically,
It's
yeah,
good.
it does get
It's a great way
tighter.
to start the day, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, only for someone without a traditional job, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, shit, if I get up at 6, I can, 6 to 9.
You could do it.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have the luxury of working from home, so like my commute time I can use for this. So yeah, I think I get up around mostly 6:30, and I have time to have like a good hour to myself.
I'm curious about finding community when you quit drinking, because I think this is something that comes up for a lot of people, especially if they don't do AA. Because I think AA is the place where people know to go and look for community. Aside from Killjoy, are there other ways that you found those people, or did you find that the people you already knew kind of changed with you and accepted you? Like, what was that experience like?
I had a friend who had quit drinking like a couple years before I did. And when I quit drinking, I reached out to her to just be like, hey, I quit drinking. I know you don't. Can we talk about it? And that was like, that opened the floodgates to us becoming a lot closer. And so I met cool people through her. So I'm very grateful for her. And then other than that, yeah, besides Killjoy, like just in the sports, like the running community, and like I've played kickball, like I've done a lot of sort of, yeah, outdoorsy or sportsy activities in Nashville. And I feel like there's also crossover with people who are like health minded, and, you know, invest in their kind of personal fitness. And so I've met people that way. And it, you know, it kind of ends up coming out in conversation, I feel, not in a way where I have to like walk up and be like, hello, I'm SB, nice to meet you, I don't drink. But like as you're getting to know someone, you kind of find these things out. And so whenever I would hear that, it's like, oh, I'm going to maybe talk to that person about it, or just like ask them to do something knowing that that's a thing that we share. So
That's cool. So you found organically that just kind of happened. Did you feel like you stopped hanging out with the people that you hung out with when you were drinking?
a couple of them, yes. The relationship that I was in ended, so that anytime a relationship ends, like your friend group changes. And so some of the people that maybe we didn't have as much alignment, we didn't keep hanging out with. And then I have made some new friends, like the people I hang out with today, the people I'm going to dinner with tonight. It doesn't look the same as the group I might have been going to dinner with for, you know, a year and a half ago. Some of those people stayed. And obviously, like some of my friends absolutely do drink. And so it's been totally fine. But it's just that I might leave a little earlier now, or I'm driving everybody. And sometimes I say no to invites that I'm just not interested in. But I would say that like the people I call to do stuff now, it is a little bit of a different group. So
it's a little different, higher level of consciousness to me.
Yeah.
Like when we do events at the shop and stuff, it's just kind of, you know, a different energy for sure,
it
man.
definitely is. And my current friends that are also sober, we like talk a lot about our feelings, which is really cool. And like, hey, I had this revelation, want to hear it? You know, maybe someone else that's not doing that kind of work would be like, you guys are weird, but we love it.
So what about dating? Have you done sober dating?
Oh, yes, I have.
Good question.
How's that been?
So it was a fun and wild ride, but overall, so I actually have a boyfriend now, so that's awesome. And I've been dating him sober the whole time. The first few dates sober were really awkward. I like definitely felt like I have forgotten how to do social things, because you don't realize, like you really don't realize until you take it away that it is just even just like holding this thing. It's like a crutch, or like if it gets awkward, I feel like I have to talk, like I can just take a sip of this beverage. And so it was interesting to be like, I just have to sit with silence a little bit, and I just I don't have to fill it. That person can also like meet me halfway. And also it's okay if it's not going well to be like, okay, it was nice to meet you. Bye.
Did you try to make sure to communicate beforehand that you didn't drink?
Yeah. So when I first got back out there dating, I was using dating apps. So I put that on my profile. Now, not everyone reads those things. But, and then when we made a plan, because oftentimes the first date is like, let's grab a drink.
Yeah.
I would just make sure to be like, hey, happy to meet you at blah, blah, blah bar. But just so you know, I don't drink. And some people were, I mean, honestly, if someone wasn't cool with that, then it's like, great, this is a non-starter. But some people were like, oh, let's do something different. And a lot of times I would actually try to take the lead on like, how about we grab ice cream and go for a walk? That was like one of my favorite dates.
That just sounds like a lovely thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a cute date. For all those listening, great date.
That's some good dating advice. I keep hearing dating stories where people don't communicate that beforehand, and then they get to the date and the person, you know, that they're with orders wine, and they're like, yeah, I don't drink, and then things just devolve.
Well, it's interesting how that makes some people that do drink feel uncomfortable, like almost like they can't drink because you're not. And it's like, I personally, and some people may not be comfortable being around it, but I don't have trouble being around alcohol. I'm just not going to do it with you. And so I guess for everyone's peace of mind, communicating it up front just feels easier. Sets expectations.
Well, it definitely causes people to think and reflect upon their own behaviors. I mean, I don't know. I found that in the beginning, anybody that was uncomfortable with me not drinking, like I was like, well, that's a you problem.
Yeah, totally.
Straight up.
And I mean, there's been some cool conversations that come out of it too with people, like, you know, like, oh, you don't? Why? And then we've gotten to have interesting interactions. But anyone that I went on more than a few dates with, like, enjoyed that I did not drink. So obviously, so that was good.
I love that you said now that you're not drinking, you're okay with like the pauses in the conversation or whatever. That's my favorite part of hanging out with somebody, or like the comfortable silences where nobody's really saying anything, but it's not weird. You're just kind of like sitting in it. I don't have anything to say. I'm not going to fill the space up. You know, it'll come out eventually. I'm not putting any pressure on it.
Yeah, it took I don't think that I enjoyed that until now. I never, that used to make me so nervous. Like, if someone wasn't talking, I guess my brain went to like, they're not having a good time. I'm not a good time. Oh no. And now it's like, no, I know I'm a good time. And also,
You are a great time.
You're
Hell yeah.
fine.
fantastic.
Yes.
It's fine to,
Yes.
enjoy silence. It's actually very comforting.
Yes, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So I know that you took a big trip to Europe. Did you go by yourself?
I did.
Wow. Tell us,
Wow.
was that hard for your, like from a sobriety perspective, was that challenging? Because for me, traveling is one of the biggest triggers.
So I thought it would be. It was something that I decided to do like probably a month into my sober journey. I like was chatting with my mom and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a trip. In May, I'm taking a trip by myself. And then I made a plan to save money and like make sure that I did that, right? And so the like process of getting to the trip was full of like a lot of excitement and a lot of planning and a lot of just, it felt really important to me to do that. And right before the trip, it like hit me. I actually got cold feet like 2 weeks before the trip. I was like, oh my God, why am I doing this? 3 weeks alone in Europe. I'm going to want to drink. I'm going to be lonely. There's going to be people in Paris like kissing. It's romantic. I'm just going to be by myself with no wine. Like, what am I doing? And I just talked about it a lot with my friends and like kind of made a little plan for what I would do if I did want to drink because nobody was with me. So it's like, I didn't have like a friend to be like, urging me to not, essentially.
Sure.
So talking about it a lot and just getting straight, with myself and my resources. And then also I really did my morning routine in Europe every single day. And it was great because it was vacation. So it could be 3 hours if I wanted it to be. I kind of made the trip let me just say yes to whatever. So I like went on dates on the trip. I met cool people like doing other things and they would be like, come with us for the night. And I just did a bunch of social stuff with strangers. And they were drinking and I just did it. And it was awesome. It also meant that I always got home safe and woke up the next morning feeling great, ready to go out the next
Yes.
day.
Yes.
I love this so much.
Yeah.
What an adventure.
It really was.
Well, which parts of Europe were you in?
I went to Paris, which I've been many times, but I love it. Who doesn't love Paris? So I started there. Then I went to Prague. Then I went to Copenhagen. And then I ended in Amsterdam. And Amsterdam is like a party city. And it was a great little circuit. The only place I had been was Paris. So the other 3 were brand new to me.
Did you find a lot of alcohol alternatives or use those while you were traveling?
So I definitely did. Non-alcoholic beer was pretty popular over there. Every bar had a couple of options, which was really nice. Also, non-alcoholic gin was really popular in Paris, of all places. Like that was the mocktail they had on every menu.
Huh.
Like a gin and tonic, but non-alcoholic gin. I would say every other place I went, it was really only non-alcoholic beer. And Prague is like a huge beer city, and so the non-alcoholic beer was really good.
That's great that they had it in the bars, though. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that makes it so much easier, especially if you're out with a group of people and everybody's drinking a beer, but you can have a non-alcoholic beer. You still get the ritual of socializing with an adult beverage.
Totally.
Just none of the bad parts.
And like it's vacation. So every day at like, in Europe, they have, I think, a better way of doing work-life balance anyway. But every day at like 5, everyone, it was beautiful weather, was like sitting at the outdoor patios, like having their cocktail and smoking their cigarette and la la la. And so
Yeah.
I wanted in on that. And so it was nice to be able to like sit there and maybe read my book or write in my journal or just like look at the world around and have that non-alcoholic beer. So
Did you smoke cigarettes?
I did a couple times.
Yeah.
I had to, And they are less disgusting over there. But here, no judgment to those who smoke, but it just doesn't have the same, it's not as cool here.
The first time I went to France, I was 19 and I was there for a month and I lost like 15 pounds and I was already skinny like when I went there because I basically just smoked cigarettes. That was it.
I feel like that
hardly
feels
ate anything.
That feels of the Parisian way.
They sold Lucky Strikes in packs of 30 at the time. So I got this big box of cigarettes.
An economy pack.
Yeah, I loved it. I felt so French.
Exactly.
Très chic.
I love that.
Are you ready
Rapid fire.
I'm ready.
for the rapid fire round?
Oh. I always get that one wrong. Yes. Rapid fire round.
All right. What's your favorite color?
Orange and purple.
To get mixed, blended together?
I just love them both next to each other.
What's in your fridge?
some bubbly water, some Mash Gang non-alcoholic beers, some bananas, an avocado, some tortillas, some
You
milk.
keep bananas in the fridge?
Yeah.
I got buddies who do that. Yeah, they like a cold banana.
I like a cold banana, exactly.
Yeah.
What's your next travel destination?
I am going to Bend, Oregon in a month.
What's your step count?
Right now?
Yeah.
Right now I'm at, hold please, this watch should tell me, 2,400.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Oh.
Not the
It
best.
is 12:30, just in case we were
I need to
wondering.
get that. I need to get that up, I think.
Nicknames. What's your nickname?
Well, SB is my nickname. Other nickname is Vroom Vroom. Like vroom vroom.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm
We're
definitely using that. Yeah. Favorite way to move your body?
Two-way tie between running and yoga. They go well together,
Yeah.
actually.
What's your favorite feature of your own face?
I like my eyes.
What do you think about when you're alone?
The Roman Empire. Just kidding, I don't. When I'm alone, I often think about how much I love my dog.
Yeah.
What's your favorite band?
Two-way tie between the Yeah Yeah Yeahs and Modest Mouse. That ages me, but
Okay. Favorite snack?
apples and peanut butter and crack peanut butter. Let's just call it for into this.
PB. Yes. Crunchy or creamy?
I like crunchy. Yeah.
You were like that. Yes.
Favorite book? Do you have a favorite book?
I do. I have a bunch, but kind of a two-way tie. Nonfiction, I really love this book called Annam Cara by John O'Donohue. It's really beautiful. I reread it all the time. And fiction, as of late, I read a book called Tomorrow, Tomorrow, Tomorrow last year, and I love it. I recommend it all the time.
Can you play any musical instruments?
Oh, yeah, it's great.
I played piano all of my life, and I'm not very good at it.
Where are we headed?
Where are we headed? That's an open-ended question.
Yeah.
Where are we headed? Let's just go specifically today. We're going to finish this work day. We're going to catch a yoga class, and then we're eating fried chicken with our friends. That's where we're headed.
Good day.
Where are you eating fried chicken?
SS Guy at the Wash in East Nashville. It's the best fried chicken ever. Honestly, you guys need to go get it. Sort of like Japanese fried chicken. So it's like flash fried. Oh, God, it's so good. So good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you had the fried chicken at International Market? You have to
No.
order it ahead.
Oh, wow. I need to go try that. I grew up right by that place. So I
So
need to
good.
get over there. Yeah.
I love the new International Market.
Yeah, I need to get in there.
Okay, yeah. That concludes the rapid fire round. All right, so for this next part,
It's a picture of his girlfriend.
yeah, I just have her pulled up on the phone, just if I
well,
need a little boost.
I can see
it's
that.
Right there.
That makes sense.
All right, so now we got to write some words. We've been taking notes. Roots plugging away.
Okay.
What you got over there,
All right,
man?
here's some thoughts.
Okay.
So I really liked the part when you were in Europe talking about just like saying yes. And for some reason, I really want to use SOS with SB. I don't know, so I'm just putting this out there.
into
Like SOS, SB saying yes.
But I love the SOS, SB saying yes, yes, yes.
That's our take on yeah,
Yeah,
actually.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Right?
I like that.
That can kind of be our chanty thing, maybe?
Yeah, I like that. SOS, SB saying yes.
Yes.
Sounds a little sexy for being honest.
Right? Ooh. Sing it.
Well, there's something to say yes, but then saying yes.
Life got bigger, I have down.
My life got bigger.
We could try to get vroom vroom in there or
I do like vroom vroom.
vroomin.
What did you life getting bigger, doing cool shit sober?
Love that. Vroomin'? Can we put vroomin' sober? Life getting bigger. Vroom, vroom. No.
As it so turns out, the party's not over.
Yeah.
Love it.
Party's not over. Doing cool shit sober.
Cool, that's what it
vroom
was.
vroom.
Sober.
Party's not over.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Look at us go.
Yeah. The poetry emerges. We could talk about running or crossing a finish line.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, we got to throw the marathon in there. Yeah, marathon.
I feel like finish line rhymes with stuff and
Yes.
sounds accomplished. Sparkle and shine.
Ooh.
Finish
Love
line,
it.
shine.
Sparkle, shine.
Gonna cross that
Gonna
finish
cross
line.
the finish line. What was your favorite NA beverage?
I honestly do really like the Mash Gang beers.
Oh, Mash Gang.
Mash Gang.
They're so good.
I'd love to put that in there.
Drinking a mash gang. Going insane.
Going in the brain, and you go insane in the brain.
I'll do that.
I do like throw a mash gang in there. Sparkle and shine, gonna cross the finish line. Crack a mash gang. Bang bang.
The irony is that I bet you can't even see this, but these are my best friends. Our nicknames. One of them is Bang.
All
Nice.
right.
Bang bang.
Bang bang.
Your vroom vroom and bang bang. Mm-hmm. That's adorable.
And Pow Pow.
And pow pow.
What? Mm-hmm. I want to hang out with all three of you at the same time.
Yeah, it's a good hang.
All right, so running it down. SOS. SB saying yes, yes, yes. Life's getting bigger. Doing cool shit. Sober. Vroom vroom. Party's not over. Sparkle and shine. Gonna cross the finish line and crack a mash gang. Bang bang!
I love it.
Can make that work.
I don't know. We'll try it. We'll see what happens.
Here's the fun part.
Cool.
Yeah.
Get ready for the magic.
Here we go.
And I'm gonna throw on my cool shades.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Okay.
Sunglasses.
So do we just come in where we fit in?
Yeah. Yes. Get in where you fit in.
Okay. Brady,
Okay.
are you ready?
Glasses locked in.
I think we can definitely all be doing bang bang.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I have no idea how that's going to come out, but we'll try it. SOS. SB keeps on saying yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. SOS.
SOS.
SB keep on saying
Yes.
yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Life is getting bigger, doing cool shit sober. Vroom, vroom. The party's never over, baby. Life is getting bigger, doing cool shit sober. Vroom, vroom. The party's never over. Sparkle and shine. Gonna cross that finish line. Sparkle and shine. Gonna cross that finish line. Crack a mash gang. Bang bang. Crack a mash gang. Bang bang. SOS.
SOS.
SB keeps on saying
Yes.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes. SOS. SB keeps on saying yes, yes, yes.
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 Woo!
I'm gonna need
Go.
that song, obviously.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yes.
Brady just made it.
I mean, he nailed it. He really gave it all he has, and it wasn't a lot.
Tiny dancer. Yes.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Thank you, SB. Yes, you're the
you
best,
both.
best.
So glad
Dang it, I
that
should've
being
put that in
sober let me meet you both. It's been such a pleasure. Yeah.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Likewise. Where can the people find you? What's your podcast? Give us all that good info.
Yeah, the people can find me roaming the mean streets of East Nashville or on Spotify. What the fuck am I doing is the name of the podcast. WTF AID, I believe is how you find it. And other than that, yeah, just out and about. No, I don't have social media right now, so
Really?
really.
Bold,
Bold.
and amazing.
I approve 100. Do you
Yep.
still have a smartphone or do you have a flip phone?
I have a smartphone.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for being with us today. Thank you for bringing Brady on. You're amazing, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Okay, bye guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.